So we are here, of course, to talk about the new album, Giants and Monsters, 40 years of Helloween. What emotions went into creating this anniversary album?
Sorry, say it again. The connection is a little weird. A
Yes,
little louder.
I said that Giants and Monsters marks 40 years of Helloween. So what emotions went into creating this anniversary album?
Well, it's just like it came to my mind when there was like all these years in front of you and ahead of you, just because we did this album 40 years, it's you suddenly realize how long it is, and suddenly you realize how long that 40 years is, and that was kind of surprising for ourselves.
Um, there's a strong sense of unity in this lineup, despite very different musical personalities. How do you manage creative differences after all these years?
Well, there's a lot of creativity coming with two more guys being in the band now,
Okay.
and they have a lot of ideas how things are going, and they have a lot of great song ideas, and we have a lot of input from all sides now, which is great. There's a great bunch of creativity going on now, and that's kind of really, really great, having after all those years, still having the power and still having the guts to do such things like the album we just did, and it's just amazing.
There's no problem of egos from one to each other.
Well, it's not going to make things much more easier to have two more people, to have two more opinions in the band. It's never easy doing rock music. It's never easy choosing songs. It's never easy writing songs because of different egos, different characters in the band. But you work, and it's all very, very good ideas. You just got to decide which idea you would like to have on your album, and it's never easy. We got people from the outside having an idea about the songs, uh, having an idea about what songs should be on the record. It's not only ourselves. Of course, we have ideas. Sometimes it's a struggle about what the album should be, which songs are going to be on the album. But in the end of the day, if there's coming out if there's something coming out like the album we did, it's all right. It's all worth it. It's a struggle. It's a fight. It's never easy. But in the end of the day, we know it's going to be great. And that is actually all what counts.
Absolutely, absolutely. So when I listen the new songs of the album, I think that the sound has evolved. I think it's the most dynamic record, I think. What's your opinion about this?
It's like there's a lot of songwriters being ideas coming together, and that's making the album very, very special, because we got Helloween is actually known for having a great variety in their.
I lost you.
More interesting, and then also you have like three guitar players chasing each other, so to say. You got 2-3 singers chasing each other, singing, playing, rocking together, and you have a great idea. They have a great idea about what to sing, what to play. Makes the variety of the songs we get very, very special, and that's just big fun. you never know what's coming out of a song idea when you write a song. You never know who's going to sing it. You never know what the guitar players are adding to it. So that's really, really interesting. It's
Absolutely.
it's always going to be a surprise how the song's going to end up.
Absolutely. I heard that the production was special for the drum kits. I think I heard that Danny Lobler, that was the guy that produced the album, recorded on 3 different drum kits. Is that all right?
Yeah. He was like setting up 3 different drum kits, and for each and every song, they were trying a different drum kit, so they had the chance to choose for each and every song like a different sound, a different kind of vibe. They had a rock sound, they had a real heavy metal sound, and they were fooling around with different drums and they were fooling around with different sounds. And it was cool, having the time for it. I mean, it took them 6 weeks to record the drums,
Oh,
just checking out sounds, just fooling around with different drum kits and all that stuff. It's good to have time to experiment with the stuff you're doing, to find out what's the best for the song, what's the best for the stuff you need. It's great. It's not just taking. If I'm playing the bass, I can just take another bass and switch the cable in. But with the drum set, it's a bit different. So they set it all up and they mic'd it all up and they put different snare drums and all kind of shit together. It's been quite a lot of work and it's been quite a lot of fun.
don't imagine make the same things for the bass with 3 different basses.
You can make the whole thing with a whole band. That's why we have two or three. We have 3 drum sets. We have 3 singers. Try with the one singer. It's not working. You can have the chance to take another singer.
So,
If one singer is crap, you just take another one. I think it's fun.
so I think that the album was mixed at Bissell Studios, and I did some research. I think it's a place known for legends. There's a lot of artists that recorded there. Is that uh, is that the studio inspire you something different because it's a special studio, it's a special place, it's an important
No,
studio.
it's been like we had this drum recording studio. We had that. We have different studios where we do guitars and bass guitars and vocals. Michael likes to do his stuff at home. I was recording the bass in my Shockhouse studio in Hamburg.
Oh,
Other people were recording the guitars and loads of the vocals from Michael and Andy were recorded in the Misueno studio in Spain, and
so
some of them guitars and Kai did his stuff at home mostly. It's just like it's just working like this. We're living in modern times. We don't need to travel out, hanging out, being away from home for another like half a year after we did the tour for 1.5 years. It's just like making things so much easier. I can work the best the best time I can work is when I'm at home, and there's no reason to go somewhere else if I can achieve a great sound at home and then sending files back and forth. It's just working for Helloween for years and years, and for lots of records. We were working like this. It's just like it's cool. I mean, I can stay at home and not leaving right after a tour back into a studio. It makes things very, very comfortable for all of us. And it's just working. There's no sound limits, there's no time limits, there's no studio you have to leave because you booked it only for like a couple of weeks. You can do you can say, well, I'm in the mood for like doing a bass guitar for a couple of days or for a week. And then Dennis Ward, the co-producer, is going to Tenerife, recording some guitars and vocals. And a couple of weeks later, he came back to my place, recording the bass with me over there. It's just like a working flow we kind of like. It's like a routine we started years ago. It's
so
just using technology to make your life easier, and it's working very fine, you know.
So you never play the new songs all together.
Not in the studio. We never really did this, you know. It's just like those times are over when you go to the. I mean, it's we sending files back and forth, and it's working like this, you know. It's not an old blues band. It's kind of a modern producing that we are doing here, and it's working very fine. We go out and play live every night, so there you go. You know, when you go into the studio, we kind of stack the instruments and work on them and separate them until we put them back together while mixing.
Yes, but you need to rehearse just before going on tour.
That's what we're doing right now, yes. And we do this in a very intense way. We do like blocks of rehearsing for like 1 or 2 weeks for the very, very old song, or that we barely play, or the new stuff we never did. And then we next week, or we start rehearsing uh, another 2 weeks for like the songs we did already, and then we put them together. And I think we did it in 3 or 4 blocks with each block is like 2 weeks, and then we just go home for 10 days, and then we go back to rehearsal for 10 days. So your head is kind of free, you know.
So,
It's
so
working very good. So that way we kind of constantly have that routine of being in the rehearsal studio and being back home for 10 days, going back for the rehearsal studio for 2 weeks. It's kind of easy, you know.
absolutely. Let's talk about some songs. The first single, "This Is Tokyo," it's an homage to Japan. I know that it's Andy, I think, who wrote this song. What does the country represent for Helloween?
It's like we're being treated very, very, very well from the beginning on everywhere, but especially Japan was just like they kind of take us all the time we go there. It's like you can feel that energy. I mean, you can feel it everywhere, but he just had that idea with Tokyo, and it's a great typical Andy kind of pop rock kind of kindish song, you know. We all do like those songs, and Halloween is allowed to do songs like this because we always did it with uh, As Long as I Fall, for example, or Dr. Steen and I Want Out is in this kind of range in a way. So we kind of do like it very much this way.
Okay. So I don't know if you can talk about the topics of the lyrics of the album. I know that you didn't wrote the lyrics, but
I
if
know
I
I cannot really say so much about it. You have to ask the individual songwriters about the lyrics because I hear them and I listen to them, but to know what's really, really behind it, I got to go into it a bit deeper now. And you better ask the songwriter themselves, you know.
okay, so you Helloween win 21 gold and platinum records and more
Sorry?
than 10 million albums sold. What still motivates you to continue to record, to play live?
It's like
And
it's working. It's a part of my life. I mean, it is our life. We're just doing. We're only doing music. You know, there's nothing else you do. There's nothing else we ever did. It's just like it's a big part of our life, and it is a lifestyle that we are living. You just do nothing but music. So this is kind of easy. Is you know what you do. You know what you're living for, you know what you can achieve with it, and it's a very creative job. So it's going on tour is very, very cool. Is one thing. Playing live each night, going into the studio is a very, very different part of all that job, and then rehearsing is a very, very different part of that job, you know. And and writing is a different, very, 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 very different part of that job. So it makes it all keeps it all very, very interesting, doing very different things, you know. And that's what I like on that job, and that's what keeps us going, because that's a period of rehearsing time when you fill your head with all those new and old tracks, rehearse them, going out on tour, playing them, shooting them to the audience, feeling that energy from the audience,
Exactly.
giving the audience is giving energy, and you can almost feel that when you play live, and it has very, very different ways of working in that kind of job, and that feels really good. It's not just like you do one thing every day for years and years and years and
Yes,
years.
yeah.
There's a very creative part of it, where when you write your songs and going into the studio, and there's a kind of rock and roll part of it, going out on tour, having a beer here and there, going out with the people, playing live, go out there into the world, because the money for us is on the streets around the world. We just got to go out collecting it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you just talk about touring. After the release of the album, of course, you will begin a tour. You will be in France. You will play in Paris at the Zénith. It's a big venue here in Paris. What can the fans can expect from the new shows? Is any surprises in the set list? How many songs of the
Well,
new album you will play?
yeah, we have like 2 hours, 15 minutes, 2 hours, 10 minutes, 2 hours, 15, something like that. There's some pretty old songs in the set we never played before, and yeah, it's gonna be a hell of a tour. We have a cool support act, like a very, very special act. It's gonna be a great package, and I think that's value for money. Value for what you pay for it. I mean, we're in a good mood. You can see a strong band with loads of songs, with loads of old tracks, with loads of very new tracks. It's going to be a killer tour.
Do you know yet how many songs you will play from the new album?
It's 3, 4, something like this. We're not going to play the whole album, or not even the half of the album, because we got so many tracks to play from the old days. It's never easy for a band like us, having like the 17th album out. It's always also a struggle to find out, to decide what songs you're going to play live. You cannot really satisfy everybody. If you do it like this, if you play that song and those songs, there's a bunch of people who would prefer to hear other songs, and the other way around. So it's never going to be easy. But first we have to satisfy ourselves, and we have to feel well with what we are doing, then hoping it will affect the audience as well.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Marcus, for all these informations
All
about
right.
the new album. We love a lot this new album, very great album. Thank you very much for the good
And we
music.
see you soon.
And we hope you the best. And we hope you to see. We will be there to see you here in live in
All
Paris.
right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Ciao.